Your thirst is a strong drive in your life. Feast of Mary Magdalene, 22nd of July reflection. My dear friends, you, with your thirst, you search. You search ardently. If you desire someone, something, it can be a drive within you. You desire ardently that particular person. And we find that desire, the Song of Solomon. The bride responds, on my bed by night, I sought him whom my soul loves. So it's a soul mate, soul connection. So it cannot be quenched by anyone else. It has to be that particular person where you're completely matched solely, your better half. So in the night, on my bed, I sought him whom my soul loves. So that's a strong drive, my dear friends. Strong drive. Of course, there's a background for this poem. I sought him whom my soul loves. I sought him but found him not. So it becomes a drive. You sought him, you solely desire him, and you don't find him. Naturally, that makes you, that you put you into a search. My dear friends, most of the time, we don't know what we miss. We don't know for what I am thirsty. We don't know what I am yearning, desiring for. So that's terrible. So this particular person, I sought him but found him not. I will rise now and go about the city, in the streets and in the squares. I will seek him whom my soul loves. Then it becomes a search. Take a risk. Go to in the dark. Go to the city and trying to find the person. So that sometimes that desire, when we don't identify it, that the drive devil uses to destroy us. A sinner has a capacity to sin. Saint Paul was Saul earlier. That drive to kill, persecute the Christians. That sword which killed them. That capacity, that very capacity was used by God to build Christianity. That sword became the word. And he started touching people rather killing them. So that very drive the Lord is using. I will seek him whom my soul loves. I sought him but found him not. The watchman found me as they went about in the city. Now, you have to be very careful not to substitute your desire with anyone else. She could have waited with the watchman, settled herself with the watchman. So because that drive is so strong, so there cannot be compromise. You cannot compromise that drive. You have to find the particular exact person. So we find in our lives, we fall into sin because of it. And hey, have you seen him whom my soul loves? Scarcely I had passed them when I found him my soul loves. Whom my soul loves. And then you pass the watchman without stopping there, and then you find your lover. The very drive we find in Mary Magdalene's life, my dear friends. Of course, in Luke chapter 8, verse 2 onwards, she's a person who had 7 demons in her. So that capacity to have 7 demons, entertain 7 demons. So it can be lust, it can be greed, whatever the demonic forces she had. Jesus had to heal her, touch her for that. So my dear friends, so that very drive where devil used, it's not 1 demon, 7 demons. So what a capacity she had. So that very drive, now it's for the Lord. She found him and he fell in love with him. And it's a strong bond. Now the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene came to the tomb early while it was still dark. Because it was the day after Sabbath. Because it was on Friday evening he died. So they could not do the proper services during the burial. They had to do it hastily. So she was waiting eagerly until the proper moment. Early morning, she comes to meet the Lord. She comes to anoint the Lord. And saw the stone had been taken away from the tomb. And she ran and went to Simon Peter and the other disciples, whom Jesus loved, and said to them, they have taken the Lord out of the tomb, and we do not know where they have laid him. And that was her problem, to pay homage. That was a dead body, yet she wanted to show her gratitude. And once she's like a creeper. I mean, where she entered in devil, and now she's creeping around the Lord and could not leave him. And it was a strong bond. And she was weeping outside. But Mary stood weeping outside the tomb. And as she wept, she stooped to look into the tomb and saw 2 angels while sitting where the body of Jesus had lain, one at the head and one at the feet. They said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping?" She said to them, "They have taken away my Lord." See the connection. One thing, Lord means Adonai, Lord. Still, he's her Lord. Of course, he's dead, according to the world point of view. Yet, he's my Lord and my Lord. And that's exactly how she owned him. My Lord, my God, Thomas said. And I do not know where they have laid him. Having said this, she turned around and saw Jesus standing. She saw Jesus, yet she could not identify. Of course, the risen Lord was hardly identified. Even way to Emmaus, Cleopas and the other disciples could not identify him. Even Peter could not identify him. So that's a different theology. Yet she could not identify. And then what happened? So if you have carried him away, tell me where you have laid him. I will take him away. See the desire in her. Desire, like in the first reading. I will take. And Jesus is tall, huge. How a woman can carry, yet I will take. So that the burning desire within her. And then the Lord said to her, Mary. He never explained who he was. Rather, he explained who Mary is to him. To him, who is Mary? And Mary is a real sheep who identify the voice of the shepherd. The moment she saw him, could not identify, make him out. Rather, and he heard him. She is a proper sheep. And the Lord is asking, she becomes the one who carried 7 demons, became the first disciple. And the Lord is saying, tell my brothers. Of course, that time a woman's witness was not recognized. Yet Jesus chose her, the most disqualified, and qualified her. That's a kind of love that clothed Mary Magdalene. And she became the first disciple, went to disciples and said, the Lord is risen. Think about it. Have a nice day. May God bless you.